City of Detroit versus Bernard Brandon Little. Case number SP 1513015, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1513029-1. Appearance, go ahead, please.
Yes,
Sherica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Little. For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, sir. I've got a payment plan derived from your department.
Turn your camera on, please, sir, first of all.
Okay. I just hit it.
Do you want representation by this very good lawyer, or you not?
Right from the start, Bernard shows us what happens when YouTube law meets real law. He interrupts his own attorney, insists he has a payment plan, and keeps waving around papers like they're legal shields. What's actually happening? Here is a classic misunderstanding. Bernard is mixing up civil fines with criminal charges. It's like trying to pay a speeding ticket to get out of a DUI. They're not the same world. Judge Perkins immediately establishes control, calmly reminding him to turn on his camera and stick to the process. You can already sense the frustration building, and we're barely 2 minutes in.
What do you got going on, Mr. Little? What do you want to tell me?
What I'm saying is I got on a payment plan to pay these tickets. I got the payment thing right here in my hand.
Okay, you pay him. You still got to do this no ops.
What's the no ops?
Without a valid license.
Say that again.
Operating a motor vehicle without a valid license.
Do I not have the right to travel?
This is where things go from confused to downright bizarre. Bernard insists there's a contract between him and the court, a favorite talking point among sovereign citizens. But here's the reality. No such contract exists. Tickets and fines aren't private business deals. They're statutory obligations under public law. When Judge Perkins says, "I'm not buying that," he's not being dismissive. He's applying real legal reasoning. The judge offers him a deal, tries to explain his options, but Bernard keeps insisting that the court is somehow bound by his agreement. It's a surreal clash between fantasy and reality, and Perkins handles it like a pro.
Anticipate that argument. All right. So that's not gonna. How do you want to proceed? Because I'm not buying that.
I would like to honor this contract.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
What you mean you're not buying it? It's your contract. It's your contract.
It's not my contract. You want a trial date? You want to work the deal out? Take failure to display, $240. Plead guilty.
They got me paying $400. They got me paying $445. That's what they got me paying.
Well, you don't want any help on that, so you want to come with the I have the contract argument. And
no, what I'm saying is this, Your Honor, not to disrupt you. I got on a payment plan because of the tickets. Y'all sent me tickets to my house, right? Okay. They put me on a payment plan to pay the tickets off right here. This is what I have in my hand. It's a schedule stating to pay the tickets off. That's why we're here today, for the tickets, right?
Yes.
Or is it something else? Are y'all trying to get my bonds? Is my bonds here?
So here's the deal, sir. You have 3 civil infractions of improper plate, expired plate, and no insurance, and you have 1 misdemeanor, and that's a no ops. So the misdemeanor is punishable by 93 days in jail, and that's the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. This is for purposes of arraignment for Mr. Little. And
is that
let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. And you have
the legendary right to travel defense, one of the most popular myths in sovereign citizen circles. Bernard believes he doesn't need a license to drive because he's traveling, not operating. But here's the catch. Driving is a privilege regulated by the state, not a universal right. Judge Perkins tries to explain this gently, even acknowledging that yes, Bernard can walk anywhere he wants. But once he gets behind the wheel, he enters the realm of law. The moment perfectly captures why these sovereign cases go viral. They're both hilarious and sad. It's a real-time example of how misinformation turns confidence into catastrophe.
You can pay a civil infraction anytime you want to. That when you pay it, that is admitting responsibility.
Bernard,
let me finish.
Yes, sir.
The misdemeanors are not something that you can pay. Those need to be adjudicated first. So that's why you had to come to court on those tickets. I see that you entered into a payment plan with those civil infractions. So we're going to strike SP 1513015 counts 1, 2, and 3 from the record, and we'll just proceed with SP 1513029-1. How do you want to proceed? How do you want to proceed on the operating without a license, a vehicle without a license?
I don't believe I have the authority to travel as I need to travel.
All right, I'm denying that. I'm gonna consider that as a motion, and I'm denying that. Okay.
It's no motion. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, that's what you argue that. You appeal my decision then, and you go to a further court and argue that. You take all that to the Supreme Court.
By this point, Bernard's logic is unraveling completely. He's accusing the judge of bias, rejecting both his attorney and the jury system, claiming everyone is an agent of the state. It's courtroom chaos wrapped in a conspiracy theory. But here's what's fascinating. Judge Perkins doesn't get angry. He keeps control, sets a trial date, and moves forward. Because in real courtrooms, patience is power. The commentary here underscores how experienced judges maintain authority without raising their voice. Perkins isn't just handling a defendant, he's managing a performance, one that's part confusion, part defiance, and entirely self-defeating.
So, how do you want to proceed? Do you want to plead guilty today, or do you want me to set a trial date?
I'm not an man.
You're breaking up, sir.
I say animals plead by high like that. I don't plead.
All right, so I'm going to set a trial date. You want a jury trial, or do you want to judge by a trial by jury, or you want me to hear the case?
If I could not get a fair case regardless, Your Honor, because you're an agent of the state, and as if I get a jury, the jury will be an agent of the state, because once they register to vote, they become an agent of the state. So how can I get a fair trial in that, Your Honor?
I don't know, but we got to move this case along. Let's get a jury trial date.
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend any more time. There's a lot of people here that want to get their case heard.
Yes, sir. Can I ask you what jurisdiction?
He doesn't want your representation. You're an agent of the state too.
I'll accept that. I was just going to ask the court if the court would consider dismissal based on the fact that he did pay other civil infractions and admit.
He hasn't paid anything yet. He only
yes,
paid.
I have. Yes, I have. I have paid.
He paid $20. He paid $20. He paid $20.
That's a part of my agreement. That was a part of my agreement, Your Honor. Not $40, not $60. It was $20. $20 each payment. That's what I did. I didn't give him more than what I agreed to. I gave him what I verbalized and I agreed to, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Fucking double.
Say that again, Mr. Little.
Say that again, what?
What comment did you make?
I'm not sure what you want you speaking about.
Speak up now. Say it. Speak up.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
Talking under your breath.
I'm talking to another person on the phone. Another phone.
So your next court date, your jury trial date is going to be May 7th. And then we'll set a final pretrial date for the week before that, March the 30th.
And that's where we wrap up the case of City of Detroit versus Bernard Brandon Little. Despite all his contracts and payment plans, Bernard now faces a misdemeanor trial for driving without a valid license. Judge Perkins, as always, stays calm, focused, and fair, showing exactly why experience matters when dealing with courtroom theatrics. The takeaway here? Paperwork and pseudo-law won't save you when reality hits the bench. This case reminds us that real law doesn't bend to imagination, and that the courtroom is no place for internet myths. If you found this breakdown as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom moments and expert legal commentary.